And then, you know, of course, William Good started this amazing movement.
The Good Father.
Then, you know, I had intentions of getting involved in this earlier, but I just have a crazy work schedule. I travel a lot, all this stuff. So it was just difficult for me to nail down. But on Tuesday, after seeing all, you know, the billboard went viral, right?
Yeah.
You know, the billboard went up, I think, last Thursday. And
I lost track of the days.
I don't even know. And then not shortly after that, Scientology, who owns the lot in front of it, put the cherry picker up, put the scissor lift up to block the billboard. And seeing this on social media, I'm like, this can't be real. This can't be real. And so I had to go and drive by it. I was on my way to go grocery shopping, and like I keep paper in my car, so like if I ever break down, I like can write something. But so then I just wrote out cult. And I'm like, I'm gonna go stand outside with my little piece of paper underneath this billboard to, you know, shed a spotlight on it, see if I can get a few honks.
Yeah.
Well, 20 minutes in, when I'm about to leave, Laura and Mindy show up, shout me out, and like all of a sudden, this just wave of people swarmed to my channel, and it was crazy. So 20 minutes turned into 3 hours.
And I feel that it was just meant to be, that the timing was so divine when you showed up. And Lara FM is just an angel on this earth. And boom, there she was, and you guys connected. Tell me what that was like. You were there, you thought you were by yourself doing your thing. And on top of it, Mindy Willens was there.
I know.
She's another sweetheart.
I mean, I was about to leave. So when they showed up, I was just, you know, I was out there for about 20 minutes at that point, and I was alone, and I was like, okay, this is awkward. Should I leave? And then they pull up, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Laura. Oh my God, it's Mindy. Yeah. And, you know, I haven't been involved in the protests prior to this, but I have seen them in person. Like I've walked by them while they're out in front of the test center and anything, but I've like never really said anything. I'm like, you know, I don't want to intrude, you know, or do anything that's, you know, not on my time. Yeah. But watching all of their live streams for months and months and months, I feel like I know them. And so it was just really awesome and comforting to see them there. And, you know, they immediately shouted me out. They took me under their wing. They gave me advice. They gave me their number so we could stay in contact. And like, it was such a warm welcome that I was not expecting, because like Mindy, for example, when she was first introduced to this, most people thought she was a plant.
Yeah.
And that scared me for getting involved. And so having such a warm welcome just blew my mind and warmed my heart. So that was really cool and unexpected. And then of course, you know, I've only had my YouTube channel here for like a month, and I was primarily doing like walking tours around LA. And of course, you know, throughout the past couple of years, I have gotten a few clips of, you know, Scientologists aggressively working the streets in front of the test center and all that, you know, and scaring, you know, duckies away and all that. So I had some clips. I was like, oh man, I might as well just post them, and like walking tours and documenting the end of Scientology. Like even my partner was like, I'm confused at what your channel's about. I'm like, just go with it. Just go with it.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not even sure anymore.
Yeah. So I was primarily doing walking tours, which, side note, I have one planned today with Mindy this afternoon. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
That is a lot of fun. I'm really glad too that, and again, I think it was just divine intervention.
Truly.
Mindy too, who was there, because to your point, when Mindy first came on the scene, she was suspected of being a plant. And there was a lot going on right before that where it was just very sensitive. Yeah, and
100%. They had their reasons for suspecting she was a plant. It was very delicate. So I get it.
You got to hear, if Mindy hasn't told you that whole story. I did an interview with Mindy early on, and she shares the story of each thing she tried to do to show people that she was not a plant, and then it just made her look more like a plant.
Well, I mean, my respect to her for continuing to show up, because I think the next day after they thought she was a plant, or even if it was later that night, I don't know, she showed up with like laminated signs for the group and was handing it out. Like, it's a, you know, like, she's awesome. She's awesome. And she's got an infectious personality that you can't help but to love her. She's incredible. And I'm so happy to know her now. So what is that?
The perfect person to welcome you, because she also knows what that's like to be kind of new to this. And Mindy has done that with other people as well when they first came on, because of her experience and how that was. And I remember telling Mindy this. I said, you know, many people would have done the opposite. They would have had bad feelings and leave, but you stuck it out and you continued to show up as yourself. And now she's made these incredible relationships and friends, and just has this community now.
Well, it was just amazing, because I was just there with my camera. I think I just had it on the billboard at that point. I wasn't even in front of it. And then all of a sudden you just hear a van pull up and just Laura go, "Hey, oh my God, somebody's already here. Somebody's already here." And they were just so happy that somebody was already here. And like, I don't think I look that intimidating, but I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2". You know, I got this tripod out. I got, you know, and so like, do I look the most approachable? I don't know, but it was just like really awesome to be received that well, and just have somebody be excited that I was there, because I was like, should I even be here? Like, what am I, you know? So that it was a magical moment where the stars really aligned. I didn't see that coming.
Truly.
As somebody who has a hard time digesting all of this and catching up on all of this content and all these streams, that there are people like you that really break it down for us. And there are people like Pearl Snappy that really keep us informed. So, you know, while I love that I can be a support and a presence, I'm learning a lot as I go along. And I'm hoping, especially like with the TMZ thing, I thank the Pearl Snappies, because they helped inform me to give the correct talking points. You were becoming part of a community and helping to create a community. Scientology will come at you, because the thing they can't stand, just like they did with Mindy a few times, because one of the things that Mindy was doing was helping to create that community. Danny, thank you so much, Danny, for the super sticker. And he says, Dan, really good job. Have you met Danny yet?